I'm sporting my very new shirt today. Brought my brother here. Does anyone know what country this is? Anyone? England? No. No, it's not England. You've got an unfair advantage, but if no, go on. It's America. It begins with an A. It's very good. It's very good. I think for a try, you should have a go. I've got a box. Woo! We've been upgraded. Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, I think because you've had a go, and then we'll come over and see. You want to choose one of those then? You had a good try. It does begin with an A. Can you not see it? Can I take it off? I really don't like my ID. No, my ID. This is church. Yes? Come on then, big loud voice. What is it?
Africa.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much, wife. That is my wife, for those of you who don't know. So, yes. Okay. Right, shall we pray then and bring it back down to the Lord? Oh. Africa. It's a nation of Africa. And on here, I don't know whether you can see it particularly well, there's 5 animals there. They are the big 5 that they say in Africa. So there's 5 different animals. Can anyone name the 5 animals? Go on, shout them out for me so they can hear.
Lion.
Lion, yes. Anyone else?
Cheetah.
A cheetah.
Elephant.
An elephant.
A bull.
A bull. It's a buffalo, which is a big bull. It's a great big bull. And I thought the other one was a rhino. Well, yeah, well, anyway, we've had some cultural lessons. Right, so let's pray. Thank you, Lord, for this service. Thank you, Lord, that you've brought us all here through the storm to come and hear about you, Lord. We just pray that you are at the centre of it and that you will just be in everything that we do and say and fellowship together. Amen. Thank you very much. So, yes, I've got a few thoughts that I want to bring together just about what's happened over this month. Hopefully, I'm going to finish on the memory verse. So I've got some hopes that somebody might know it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Just one announcement is that, so we did have a creche in that room there. It's going to slightly change to become an adult and child room. So it still will be open. We're going to have some live, because this is live stream, so I'm on the internet. So it's going to be live streamed into there as well. So if you have a child who, we're not going to put an age on it, but under secondary school age, so if they're becoming upset or distressed or whatever, then there's a space in there for them to go to. So it's going to be a slight change, and that's going to be starting from next week. But thank you for that. And my title for today's sermon is The Reason for the Season. Doesn't it flow quite nicely? Okay, so the reason for this season, because if you hadn't noticed, Christmas is fast approaching. Yeah, just in case you hadn't noticed. And I need a drink because I'm already right. So now, if Elaine's brother was here, he would be like, no, you can't talk about it because it's not December. You can't talk about Christmas with him until it's December at the very end, and then it takes a little bit of time. In our house, we put our decorations up yesterday. So our house is fully Christmas, well, almost, because the storm was too bad. So I thought, I can't go outside and get soaking wet putting the outside decorations up. But the inside decorations are are sorted out. Now, I suspect if we didn't have, it was my daughter's birthday last weekend. So we had that big celebration. And I suspect if we didn't have that last week, we would have our Christmas decorations probably up in October, because we do love Christmas in our house because it is so great. Right. Done that. Right. Planning. How many of you knows how much planning goes into Christmas? The kids are like, what? You plan? Right, where is that? 100 million%, yes, because we as adults, we have to sort out who we're going to meet, where we're going to meet them, who gets what, who eats this, who doesn't eat that, and then this person gets on with that person, and that person gets on with that person, and we've got to arrange to do that. I mean, our calendar is proper filling up already, yeah? And then that's not to mention what films are on the telly. I mean, do you even get the TV times anymore? Yeah, some people do, don't they? You know what tells you what's on the TV and stuff like that? Or is it all just like Netflix? Yeah, Disney. I've got to say them all now. YouTube. Yeah, yeah, okay. So it's all just that, isn't it? German market. Who goes to German market at Birmingham and gets seeing the same thing store after store? Yeah, you've got to do that. Boxing Day football. Anyone goes to Boxing Day football? Yeah? That's always on, isn't it? Or you've got to watch it and see what happens. Or do you just think it magically happens? It magically happens, doesn't it? Right. So, I want to talk about Jesus' birth. When do you think that started planning? When did you think that started? There was a big plan for it. How many years beforehand do you think it started? The angel was part of it, yeah? What's that number?
29.
29. A bit more than that. I've got a Bible verse if someone wants to be really brave and come and read a Bible verse for me. Right, so this Bible verse tends to come out at Christmas time, and I've got a chocolate bar. I know, yeah, chocolate bar. Come on then, I saw that hand. Come up here. Right, so when we read this, you will know that this is a very... Is it going to come up on there? Right. So this verse is 700 years before Jesus was born. That's a lot of planning, isn't it? So let's listen and see whether we can see what's going on.
Therefore the Lord for himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel.
Well done. Big round of applause. Come on. Choose your chocolate then. Brilliant. So, there's no angel mentioned in there, is there? There should be, shouldn't there? Yeah? Because who came and told the virgin who told Mary? Yeah? Who told Mary? Yes, the angel came down, didn't they? So that was 700 years before Jesus was born. But there was one problem, right, which you probably won't know. Who knows where Mary and Joseph lived? I don't think you do. Go on, and you tell me where Mary and Joseph lived.
Yay. Within Bethlehem.
Bethlehem, that's where their ancestors were from, but where did they live? This is the problem. Oh, we've got a hand over here. Jerusalem, that's another city in Israel, but it's not where they lived. Go on in, Alka. You're going to tell me where they lived?
With what?
With what?
Everyone.
Everyone. Yes, they lived with everyone. So, they lived in Nazareth. Yeah, they lived in Nazareth. Do you want to come and do a Bible reading? Come on, then. And Nazareth. Right, so this one's a bit tricky. If you can have it, we might want to skip a few words, okay? So, there was a problem. Mary and Joseph, they lived in Nazareth, right? But there's another prophecy. This one, who knows what a prophecy is? I'm talking about prophecies. And I'm just like, do you know what a prophecy is? No. Do you want to guess? No. No, okay. Okay. So, have you heard of a prophet? No. Okay. Right. So we've got lots of prophets in the Bible, right? Major prophets and minor prophets. This prophet is Micah. The last one was Isaiah. Isaiah was a major prophet. That's why he comes around a lot. You hear a lot of him at Christmas and stuff. His book, is it 50-odd chapters he's got in his book? Yeah? You have to ask the knowledgeable people. He's got 50-odd, and it's loads and loads of prophecies. Micah's only a little here, so he's a minor prophet. So a prophet is someone who tells the future. But not because they go, ooh, but because God tells them. Yeah? God tells the prophet, he speaks to the prophet, and then the prophet tells us. Okay? So this prophet, Micah, this one was about 800 years before Jesus was born. Okay? So this sorts the problem out. Because where did Mary and Joseph live? Go on, shout it out. Nazareth. Yeah, Mary and Joseph lived at Nazareth. And where was Jesus going to be born? Bethlehem. Okay, so this prophecy sorts that out. Okay, well, it gives you a little bit of an indication. Do you want to try and give it a go? It's a really tricky verse. So, go on, give it a go.
But you, Bethlehem, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from of old, from ancient times.
Well done. That was a really tricky one, so well done. Right, so that was kind of another prophecy saying that from Bethlehem, Jesus was going to be born, okay? So what did we have? We had an angel telling Mary and Joseph. We know the story, don't we? How many of you have been a Mary in the past? You've not been a Mary, I'm pretty sure you haven't been a Mary before. You've been with Mary in the past, okay? Have you been a Joseph then? Yeah, okay? So you've all seen the nativity, haven't you? Is that they have, the angel comes down to them in, where do they live? Nazareth, right? But Jesus was going to be born in Bethlehem, wasn't he? So they had to travel. And guess what? Back then, there wasn't an Uber. You couldn't get on your phone and dial an Uber to come and pick you up, could you? No, so you had to walk. Well done, you're good. Right, so anyone got any ideas how far Nazareth is from Bethlehem? Go on, shout out a number. 100 miles, it's very close. I think you can have a sweet for that because that's really good. It's actually, as the crow flies, who knows what that means? As the crow flies. In a straight line. So if you've got a big map up here, and Nazareth is here, and Bethlehem's like here, yeah, it's a straight line. Vroom, about 70 miles. But how many of you know if you're going from the Kingshurst Parade over to Chelmsford Wood Town Centre, you don't go in a straight line, do you? Because you're going to get wet. There's a river, there's a lake, and you're going to get wet. So what you have to do, you have to go, woo, woo. And it's called the Nazareth Trail. No, Nativity Trail. It's called the Nativity Trail. Why do you think it's called Nativity? Swim. You could swim. But it's about Mary and Joseph doing the Nativity Trail, and it's about 90 miles. 90 miles, right, with no Uber, probably with no donkey. Yeah, we have this nice thing that she sat on the donkey. Yeah, probably not. 90 miles, right? Another thing, right? How many of you like walking up hills? Anyone like, how many like walking down hills? Walking down's a whole lot better, isn't it? Yeah? But Bethlehem is, and I wrote this down. I did write this down. Oh, it's on this one. I was like, that's not it. Right. 1,500 feet higher than Nazareth. Okay, so what does that mean? How many of you have seen the Lickey Hills? Any of you driven down to Devon or to Cornwall and you go down the M5 and you look over and there's all those hills there? It's the Malvern Hills. I said the Lickey Hills, didn't I? The Malvern Hills. So they're higher. They're not as high as what they walked. So Mary, Joseph walked up this hill. What was Mary carrying? Something in her tummy. What was she carrying? She was carrying a baby. And how pregnant was she? Very, very pregnant. Very, very pregnant. Walking 90 miles up a hill for about 11 days. You kids, you're not getting it, are you? Us adults, yeah? Not all of us have been pregnant, but I've been with someone who's been pregnant, and that is not a good trip. Yeah? It's a bit more than twice round the church that we do on the Nativity. Okay? It's a bit more than that. So they get there, right, after going, how far did they walk? 90 miles up a hill for 11 days. They get there, and guess what? Who knows this one? Knocking at the door, and then the innkeeper opens, and what does he say? No room! How annoyed would you be? Yeah? How much do you think Joseph got it in the neck? Yeah? And then they knocked on the door, and then they found, what did they find to stay in? Was it a stable? Was it a nice, clean stable, do you think? There would have been animals in there, and what do animals do? And they smell, don't they? They really, really smell. So how many of you watch I'm a Celebrity? Yeah, we watch it. And I say, so we love I'm a Celebrity because it's when Bella was born, right, and she was up in the middle of the night. When it was my turn to look after her, I'd be watching I'm a Celebrity because it would be on all through the night. And I could sit up and watch it all through the night, trying to get her to sleep and all that kind of stuff. So that's my memories. So I'm a Celebrity is on in our house because that's tradition, like kind of thing. But they got sus, didn't they, these people? They got this privileged bit, and they had a jacuzzi. No, they had a bubble bath and all this kind of stuff. Would you just love to have a bubble bath if you just travelled for 11 days up a hill? Yeah? But no, you go into a stable with smelly animals to give birth. Wow. Not only that, so you give birth, and then who pitches up at the door? A bunch of shepherds. Do you remember this? Have you done the nativity story? You have? Right. So shepherds, guess what? Shepherds lived out in the fields, didn't they? Yeah? They lived out in the fields with their sheep. Are sheep nice? No. Do sheep smell? Yeah. Do you think if you spend a lot of time with sheep, you're going to smell like a sheep? Do you think the shepherds probably smelled like sheep? And they brought their sheep as well, because that's what they did. They took the sheep everywhere. So do you think Mary was like, woohoo, yeah, got visitors? No. So I'm painting, I think, a bit of like reality kind of check about what Mary was going through and what she'd just been gone through. So you could imagine, you could forgive her for being a bit miffed, yeah? Wanting a bit of peace and quiet. But I've got a little verse about what Mary, no, you've already, have you already read? You haven't? Come on then. What Mary did. So I've just painted that picture about where she was and all. Do you think you can manage that?
But Mary treasured up all of these things and pondered them in her heart.
Wow, thank you very much. That was amazingly read. No. There's not that much chocolate in there. I should just get one item next time. Right, so she stopped, didn't she? And she pondered, she meditated, and we on our discipleship courses on a Wednesday, we started the Sabbath last week, we're going to look at it again this week. And we rush, and we rush, and we rush, and we go from this, and we go from that, and we go to the other. But Mary, what did she do? She pondered, and she treasured all these things. She was the chosen human being on the earth to bear God's Son. And she went through all of that. And she stopped. And she pondered. Right, so, and that's what we're encouraged to do as part of the discipleship group, is to stop. This week at some point to stop and to reflect upon God. And I want everyone now, even the young people and the little kids, to just stop and think of something that they can be thankful for. And if you get stuck, do you know what? We've got a lovely warm building here. Yeah? We can meet in here without fear that someone's going to kick the door down and arrest us all. Because that's what happens in some countries. Yeah? And and we've got air that we can breathe. I woke up this morning and I could actually breathe. I've been getting through a cold, and you wake up and you're like, oh. But I could breathe this morning without being, it's come back now, I don't know why. But yeah, just the air that we can breathe. So just 20 seconds, think in your mind just something that you're thankful for. Just in your mind. Right, does anyone want to share what they thought of that they're thankful? Oh, you've always got your hand up. You're really good. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for us paying, for God is protecting us.
For God for protecting us. That's amazing. Did you have your hand up? No. That's amazing. That's brilliant. You want to say something?
For family.
For family. Yes, that's brilliant. Families are great, aren't they?
For life.
For life. Amazing.
For my 2 dogs, Rola and Storm.
Oh, 2 dogs. That's amazing. I bet they're hard work, aren't they?
Sofas.
Sofas. I like a sofa to sit down and watch I'm a Celebrity. I really do. Right, not too loud, okay?
My teddy.
Your teddy. And what's has your teddy got a name? Squirrel. Excellent. Well done. So we can all be thankful for something. And so in the this month we had Remembrance Day. And I think it's good just to remember. It's not only just a once in a year kind of event. It should be continual kind of remembering. People have made sacrifices for us. People continue to make sacrifices. And in our armed forces, they're ready to go if they need to protect us. And we had a remembrance service here as well where we remembered those people. We also did a little bit of a story within the youth group where we looked at a story of someone being thankful who remembered to come back and give thanks. So there's a story in the Bible where Jesus was walking. He was going from one place to the other. Because remember, there was no Ubers at that time. So he had to walk from place to place. And he came across a group of 10 lepers outside of this town. And bottom line is he healed all 10 of them. All 10 of them were healed because of Jesus. But, and this is a story, this is a who's? You've not read, have you? Come on now. So this is a little story, a little verse that I want to pick out from that story about just remembering to be thankful. Okay, you good to go?
One of them, when he saw he was healed, came back praising God in a loud voice. He threw himself at Jesus' feet and thanked him, and he was a Samaritan.
Yes, well done. Excellent. That's really good reading. Done? Shh, that's top secret. Right then, so, there was only one person, and Jesus turned to the man and says, wasn't there 10 of you healed? Yeah? But there was only one person that came back, and there is a point on there that it makes the point that he was a Samaritan. Now, why would they put that in the Bible? Why was that important? Samaritans and Jews don't get on. Yeah, they never have got on, never did get on, never will. Well, they did, because then this Samaritan, who came back and thanked Jesus. So it's all right. Sometimes, you know what? It's really easy to be thankful for your family. It's really easy to be thankful for your dog when they're behaving themselves. Yeah? It's really easy for those kind of things. But when your dog's a pain in the neck, yeah? When your dog wants to go for a walk in this kind of weather, yeah? When your dog makes a little mess in the kitchen and you have to clean it up. And families, they are great, but we could go into that, couldn't we? But it's to be thankful even in those difficult times. Even in those times where it's just like, oh, please, Lord, give me patience. Yeah? To be thankful about those kind of things. And that's what we looked at in the youth group very quickly. Well, it wasn't quickly. I just wanted to mention that. And Samaritans were at the end. Right, so I'm going to move on to something different now. This might go quite well. This might go absolutely crazy. But we will see. We will see. Right, so I need 10 people. 10. Come on. Right, so I've learned this. All right, so we get... So, right. I'm going to give you... And you need to stand. Right, so one at a time then. You can't, pick your rubbish up. Right. So I've got... Oh, I should explain what I'm doing, shouldn't I? I know what I'm doing, but you don't. Right, so Christmas is coming, and I've got 10 things that are connected with Christmas, okay? And rather than getting them to guess, because we would get some unusual answers, I've got them pre-prepared with little pictures as well, okay? So, my 3, 4, come on then. Right, so come on then, up you come. Right, can you read that? Shout it out for me.
Reindeer.
Reindeer, yeah. Go and stand over there in the line. We need those. Reindeers, yes. Come on then, up you come.
Cracker.
Cracker, go and stand up there. Oh, I'm showing you.
Tinsel.
Tinsel, excellent. Come on then.
Presents.
Presents, amazing. Come on, little man. Right, can you say that?
Star.
Star, excellent. Go and stand up there. Show it to everyone. Come on then.
Christmas.
What is it?
Christmas.
Tree.
Tree.
Tree. Go and stand up there with it. Come on, Alice, you coming? Can you shout that out?
Fairy lights.
Excellent, well done. You going to come and have a go?
Chicken. Turkey.
Turkey, yes. Very close, just size difference, that's all. Anyone else want to come and have a go? Want to come and have a go? I've got 2 left. No, you don't, we don't. I've just got 2 left. Yeah? Are you going to, which one do you want to do?
Christmas pudding.
Oh.
Mary and Joseph. Do Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding.
You don't need to do it if you don't want to.
Do you want to do it or not?
No, that's fine. You ever practice? You've got a big long one.
Mary, Joseph and Jesus.
Yeah, can you go and stand up there with Toothless? Take care of him. Can you shout
Christmas pudding.
Christmas pudding, yeah! Now, excellent. So come on, and everyone's up here, and we can see. So why have I got all these kind of things? What is going on? Look at all those. Oh, what?
For Christmas.
For Christmas, okay. It is for Christmas, but I've got a tricky question. Right. Come here then, come here. I won't, no, you stay there for a bit. Come here. Right. Could we have Christmas without reindeers?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, grab a seat and sit down then. Yep. Sit down then. Thank you very much. Right, come up here then. Come up here. Right, come here then. What have you got?
Fairy lights.
Could we have Christmas without fairy lights?
No.
If you say yes, you get a sweet and then you can sit down.
Yes.
Come on, we're going all day.
So that way.
Okay, go on then. Who's next then? Come on then. You go and sit down. You go and sit down. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Right, so could we have Christmas without crackers?
Yes.
Yes, go on then. Thank you very much. Who's next then? Come on then. You'll be next then. What have you got? Shout it out.
Tinsel.
Tinsel. We got lots of tinsel in our house, all over the place. But could we have Christmas without tinsel?
Yeah.
Yes, go on then. Come on then, mister. Now then, the star had quite an important part, but could we have Christmas without a star?
Yes.
Yeah, we could, couldn't we? Go on then. Oh, big decisions. Are you sure? You sure with that one? I don't think you're too sure, are you? Yeah, go on. Yeah, brilliant. Go on then. Excellent. Right, who's next then? No, you stay. Oh, come on then. Oh, this is a tricky one, isn't it? Could we have Christmas without presents?
No.
Ooh, would it be tricky? It would be tricky, wouldn't it? But we can do Christmas without presents, can't we? There are some places. So if you had a choice, we could at a push, I think. We could, us older ones maybe. The younger ones might struggle, but I think us older ones. So, yeah, well, I think we could, couldn't we? Yeah, go on, and you grab yourself a sweet. You coming up? Chicken. Right then, so I think some people probably don't have turkey anyway, or chicken, yeah? But could we have Christmas without turkey?
No.
You get a sweet and you can sit down. Could we have Christmas without turkey?
Yes.
Yes, we could. There we go. You want to come on? Yeah. Come on then. So, Christmas pud. Now, I would imagine it's probably 50-50. Half the people don't like Christmas pud and half the people love it and set fire to it and all the rest of it. So, could we have Christmas without Christmas pudding? Yes. Do you like Christmas pudding? No. Go on then. Have yourself a sweet then. Amazing. Well done. Good choice. Come on then. Well, what have you got? What's on your picture?
Strawberries.
Strawberries, okay. I did it, really. So you could see the picture, and it's got the word underneath. Tree. So could we have Christmas without a Christmas tree? It would be difficult, but I think we could manage it, couldn't we? We could manage it, couldn't we? Oh, you're straight in there. You know what you want, don't you? Thank you very much. Now, come on. Now, there's a reason why I've saved you to the end, isn't there? Along with, he's got Toothless. Do you like Toothless? This little dragon here. Yeah. What? He's the most powerful dragon, isn't he? But we don't tell people that. Anyway, so we have Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. Yes, they are vital to our Christmas, aren't they? We couldn't have Christmas without them, could we? No, we couldn't. And I'll let you have a sweet because you were allowed to do that. Amazing. Thank you very much. Big round of applause for the kids for me, please. Right then, so this is what I've had in the bag from the last time. Banana, because we had questions about the Ten Commandments. And then one of the Ten Commandments was a banana, wasn't it? Yes. Right. But what did we say that commandment was? Does anyone remember? What did we say? Do you remember? You want to come up and read? Come on then. This is what we turned it into, because if you do this, you are a bit of a banana, aren't you? Right, so Exodus 20, verse 3 says,
You shall have no other gods before me.
you should have no other gods before me, okay? So what we kind of said back then at the last one was that if you put the banana in front of you as another god, yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. And sometimes that is what can happen with Christmas, isn't it? You get caught up in all the material things, all the distractions. I noticed in September there were mince pies in the shop, okay? And they would not be edible by Christmas because they have a sell-by date that goes off. So I don't understand. But now you can't move any square inch of the shops. It's full of Christmas stuff, full of everything and anything that goes on. All these are kind of distractions, aren't they, from what the real purpose of Christianity, Christmas is, being a Christian is, and those kind of things. It's a bit like running a race. How many of you have run a race on Sports Day? Yeah? Where you won. I'm not surprised that you won. I'm not surprised at all. Did you win yours? Fantastic. Did you win? But you know what? It's about taking part. It's about setting your... Now, we've got a great big verse that's coming up. You've read a couple, haven't you? So the Bible gives our reflection of life as running a race. Yeah, come up. Let's put the verse on the wall because it is, and I think we need to kind of. So come on, then. You're going to read this. It is. I told you it's a great big long one. Right. So I just wanted. So when you run in a race, you can imagine the kids on sports day and the parents running their parents' race on sports day. It's a straight track down, and you keep your eye on the end unless you fall over and face plant the floor, like kind of thing. So are you going to do that? Read that out for us, then, please.
Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter for faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God.
Excellent. Well done. Brilliant. So, yeah, that was from Hebrews. No, you can't take the bag. That's it. So I think it just really sums up about how easily, because Christmas is great. Christmas can be, it's for the kids. We do everything, and there's certain things that I haven't mentioned up here because it is a bit, but there are things that can so easily entangle us, things that can so easily take us off the track, and that we don't then focus onto Jesus and the things that he has for us. And it is like a race for our lives. Our life is a race, and we're fixing our eyes on Jesus, and we've got to run the good race all the way to the very end. So the young people have been doing about the Israelites, haven't you? So the Israelites came out of Egypt, and they got a bit distracted. This is the link. So they got a little bit distracted, okay? So do you remember when Moses went up the hill to get the 10 Commandments? Yeah, he was gone for a long time, wasn't he? And they got a bit like, ooh, don't know what's going to happen. Is he going to come back down again? And what did they do? Does anyone remember? Does this help? Do you remember doing this? Yeah? So the young people, this is why I don't like glitter. Can you see it just falling everywhere? But, yeah. So it was a distraction. So the kids looked at that as in it was a distraction, and God wasn't happy with them at all, the Israelites, when they did this, and they got into a lot of trouble. Moses smashed up the commandments, and it just wasn't a good place. But we need to keep our eyes fixed on God. We need to make sure that that's where we're going to. And I'm going to mix the next verse out. Noah, so I'm just going to go for the last one and see whether anyone remembers the memory verse. Because it's about the race that you go. You remember it? You do? Excellent. Come on then. Anyone else remember it? Come on then. Let's come up here and tell us what the memory verse is. I know. You remember it? Are you sure? I do. You do? All right, so what we'll do, come on then, girls, up here. Right, so the memory verse, so you guys have got to, because it's a memory verse, so you should have memorized it. Yeah? You have memorized it, okay. So, go on then, start. You've forgotten, okay, have a seat. You've forgotten 2, okay. Have you forgotten 3? No, you remember it and you remember it. Amazing. All right, then go on then. So it's going to, yeah. I don't know whether you can put it up there and not up there or not, but then they won't. Go on then. Put it. So the Isaiah one, Isaiah 43. Yeah. I skipped it. Oh, go on then. Start saying it. What's the first words? Aye, well done. Yep. Right, so we'll read it together then. I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. So that's been the memory verse that the Israelites had. Go ahead and have a seat for me then, please. Thank you. You've done half of it, yes, I am, because you read it through the paper, because you're clever like that. Yeah, I was a kid once, and this is what you forget, you see. I know all the tricks that you know, and a few more, okay? Yeah, this grey beard doesn't come from anywhere, you know. Been around and done a few things, yes. I was planning on auditioning for a Santa role at the garden centre, but it just wasn't quite long enough. Anyway, right, so as we gear up, I'm finishing off now so you can... As we gear up for Advent and all the preparations, because, you know, it just doesn't happen overnight. It's lots of preparations and stuff. Make sure we don't forget about Jesus. Right? We should put him in everything that we do. Next week is the start of Advent, believe it or not. Next week is the 1st of December. And, yes. But we saw on there, on the little flyer thing, there's a carol concert coming up. There's... Well, maybe concerts are on carol service, yeah. So we're going to be singing carols, and then we've got the all-age Christmas service and Christmas Day service and all those kind of things. But before we enter into all that, I just want you to kind of get the message that don't have a banana and put Jesus at the front, yeah. Not to be slipping up and get distracted by because Christmas is great. Yeah, we were talking earlier about it's dark, it's dreary at the moment. When you get your Christmas lights out and your Christmas tree and everything goes a little bit high, a little bit. But, do you know, we need to be spreading the word of Jesus. We need to be that Jesus to people. So when you're in the German market and you're getting elbowed and shoved along and it's all hot and we need to be polite when that person is really rude for no reason. We need to be that kind of taking that extra step to be Jesus to these people. And just don't forget Jesus, because he is the reason for this season. Okay? Thank you very much, young people. You've been absolutely amazing. Adults, you haven't been too bad yourself. And I think we've got a song now to finish off with. And I will try and put this away.